The expanded universe contains many things, from absolute masterpieces like Labyrinth of Evil to less than stellar works like the Ewok movies from the 80s. But between the good and the bad, there's also plenty of weird and mysterious. In this video, we'll be digging into those categories and we'll be counting down the 5 most powerful entities in the Star Wars universe, not counting the Force of course. The Nagamma Ghul was the terror of the unknown regions, an ancient thing that defies classification. The Nagamma Ghul is a sentient, sludge-like liquid in its apparent natural state, but is capable of possessing hosts, of which it prefers sentience. When infecting a host, the entity digests its internal organs and replaces it with its sludge, which after about a week would begin to ooze from orifices in the host's body. Curiously, all the Nagamma Ghul in existence was operated by a single mind, making it an entity instead of a hive mind. The Nagamma Ghul annihilated worlds across the unknown regions, a threat to galactic stability that even the Celestials were wary of. The planet was a splinter of the Yuuzhan Vong homeworld, but more importantly, the planet had a mind. Sukkot was the name given to this entity, while Nagamma was the name of the physical planet. Sukkot was the guiding force behind the rogue planet, which had hyperspace capabilities and travelled from system to system. It was responsible for maintaining the perfect harmony of the planet's ecosystem, and acted independent of other forces in the galaxy. It was fully sentient by Star Wars standards, and even picked a side during the Yuuzhan Vong War. Precious little is known about the Celestials, the most powerful race known to the Star Wars universe. They were technically a species, but they had evolved and become advanced to the point that they were effectively entities in themselves. What their purposes were is unknown, but they treated the galaxy as a sandbox, altering things as they saw fit. Among other things, they created the Corellian system from scratch, and transported species to it. They created a cluster of black holes near Kessel known as the Maw, and they forcibly moved the Kilix off Alderaan. It is even speculated that they were responsible for the hyperspace disturbances at the border of the unknown regions and at the galaxy's edge. Little more about them is known, and they disappeared long before the Republic was founded. Returning to more familiar territory, we have the Ones, the Force Wielders of Mortis. These 3 entities were Celestials in origin, but evolved to a higher plane, becoming Force Wielders, living embodiments of the Force. Among the Ones, there was the Daughter, who gravitated toward the light, the Son, who gravitated toward the dark, and the Father, who kept them in balance. They had the power to reshape the galaxy according to their will, and it is for that reason, among others, that they exiled themselves to Mortis, a self-contained realm on the fringes of the galaxy. As we know, the Ones eventually died during the Clone Wars, following the other Celestials and leaving the galaxy forever. Known as the Bringer of Chaos, Abeloth was originally a mortal being that served the Ones, eventually becoming considered the mother, bringing peace between the daughter and the son. But her mortality led her astray, and she drank from the font of power and bathed in the pool of knowledge. In the process, she became an immortal and immensely powerful entity dedicated to chaos. The Ones responded by trapping her on a planet that was then cut off from the galaxy by the Maw, a cluster of black holes built around it. When the current of the Force changed, Abeloth would escape, and the Ones would have to return and force her back into prison, until of course, the Ones were no more. When Abeloth awoke in 40 ABY therefore, she was left to her own devices, until ultimately she was destroyed by Luke Skywalker. Despite her demise at the hands of a mortal, Abeloth was a being of immense power, with influence over the whole galaxy. So those are 5 powerful entities from the Star Wars expanded universe. And as per usual, I want to know what you guys think. Who's your favorite out of this top 5 list, and do you think we missed anybody, or rather any entity? As always, post your thoughts in the comments section below, and thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.